Hello everyone, I'm Greg Otto with FedScoop TV, and we're here at the Social Innovation Summit, and I'm talking with Kevin Orr, the Vice President of Federal for commvault. Kevin, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate being here.
So tell me about commvault. What is your play in the government acquisition space, and what are you trying to sell to the
Sure.
clients?
So let me kind of give you a little bit of background on just
Sure.
what we're trying to address. So most customers have a lot of data,
Yep.
right? There wouldn't be data centers without data. So customers have a hard time managing it.
Okay.
And it's growing so fast that what do you do with it? And I like to tell people something, they say commvault. Who's commvault? The simplest thing I kind of put out there is if you take a look at VMware and what VMware did to the server market,
Okay.
we're kind of doing the same thing with data management and virtualization of data.
Nice. Okay.
Virtualization of storage. So simply put, what we do is we're focusing on data management, data migration, data protection, end user protection, and then basically being able to make data transportable anywhere you want to go, whether you want to do premise or off-premise, you want to take it to the cloud, you want to bring it back. So workload portability all in software.
So how long have you been in the federal space, and what percentage of business does it represent?
Okay, so we were going to talk about numbers, but
Yeah.
we take a look at the first vertical we had was the
Okay.
government vertical.
Okay.
Company's been around for 25 plus years.
Okay.
Federal has been one of those that's been a customer. We've had a lot of customers over the years. I would say our four biggest customers, if you kind of take a look at them and kind of market share, we probably do about 70% of the Air Force.
Oh, great. Okay.
Big piece, Army email with DISA. That's been a big customer for us for some time. The Veterans Administration, we do a lot.
right.
That's probably the incumbent over there. And let's see, there's just numerous agencies that we work across.
So with those agencies, what does your company provide that separates you from your competitors?
Sure, no, good question, because if you take a look at it, the government's got lots of data. They all have a protection strategy. They need a compliance. They need to put something out there. So everybody has to have it by mandate.
Right.
And they have some kind of solution. And I guess when we typically go in, somebody has a solution in place. So we're pretty much a disruptive
right.
piece when we walk in, and people say, well, why are you a little bit disruptive? Most of the customers out there have anywhere from 10 to 11 to 12-point products.
Okay.
And they do very well, back and forth. What we've been able to do is come in with one platform, taking a platform solutions approach, where you can figure out where your data is, what to do with it, how to manage it, how to take a look at FOIAs, government searches. You get a lot of e-discovery, compliance. How do you know your data, is still out there, and what are you doing with it? So for us, it's one platform that does it all. Very modular, but you're able to take a look at the life cycle of data from start to finish.
So with some of those things that you talked about, the e-discovery, FOIA, and some of the other stuff that is coming out of OMB, a lot of policy in the past year and a half, acquisition reform, cloud first, open data. Talk to me about what you help agencies do the most when it comes to the new policies that are coming out.
Perfect. And we're right in the middle of it. So what ends up happening is we walk into an agency the first time, and I typically ask them one question. And that question is, do you know what data you own? And all they say is, we're growing every year. We got petabytes and petabytes of data. It's anywhere from 5 years to 10 years to just built yesterday.
Right.
But
Okay.
Most people don't know what they own. They really don't know what's out there. They just know we keep getting more of it. It's growing 25, 35% a year, and they just keep buying more disk. So our strategy in storage is to come in and identify a customer and says, why don't we come down and help you just quickly identify what you own? So we put a piece of software on the network, and it basically goes out there, and it comes back and says, here's the type of data you have, here's how long you've had it, and it gives them a report for the first time with charts and graphs, and they look at it and they go, wow, I had no idea. First time I've ever seen all my data. So what we quickly do at that point is we take a look at it and says, maybe you ought to look at a data tiering strategy. Right? Instead of continuing to buy more expensive disk, why don't you consider moving some disk to a lower tier disk? Why don't you start moving things to the cloud? Okay? So this is the first time we've ran out and touched all the data, and at that point we can actually tag data, we can get the information about the data, and then we can start putting retention on the data. So I can actually start blocking it and say this type of data we want to keep for 5 years, this for 7. And a lot of people don't have a defensible deletion strategy, which is legal, which in some cases, you said my strategy, my policy is 2 years, and after 2 years, I don't retain it.
Okay.
You know, some of the things that you're seeing that are going on, like the search for Hillary's email, you know, that's exactly the type of things that we're involved in with customers on a day-to-day basis.
Okay. Well, appreciate you stopping by and appreciate you telling us a little bit about your company.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Greg.
For all of our videos, check out our YouTube channel, and for more information, check out fedscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.